Hey, it's Dave Asprey, the Bulletproof Executive. Let's talk about New Year's resolutions. There's some bad news for you. Only 8% of people, at least according to a poll last year, succeed in their New Year's resolution. So there's a pretty good chance you won't succeed. But there are reasons you might not succeed in your New Year's resolution. So let's unpack that and see if you can hack this so you get something beneficial out of it. The good thing that happens about New Year's resolutions is that it's a decision to improve something, which is at the core of biohacking, the core of controlling your own biology. And that's part of our drive as human beings. So the motivation is positive. We run into trouble, though, because behind a New Year's resolution is an expectation of perfection. And anytime you seek perfection, you tend to, fail. And it's okay to fail. But with the New Year's resolution, you've somehow made it not okay to fail. So as soon as you experience a setback, that's a failure, and then you just give up on the resolution. So you're priming yourself for a failure by structuring your resolution that way. If you look at what's inside a resolution, there's really only 4 kinds of resolutions. And this is according to a Harris poll that was done a couple years ago. And all of them come into some kind of a bucket, like money, health, self-improvement, or relationships. Pretty much anything you can think of for your New Year's resolution is probably in one of those buckets, or maybe more than one. Another thing that's very interesting is a lot of people make a New Year's resolution to not do something, which is guaranteed to not work. Here's the reason. Your subconscious doesn't hear or process the word not very well. So if you say, don't think about the blue elephant, you'll think about the blue elephant. If you say, don't forget your lines to someone who's about to walk out on stage, the odds of them forgetting their lines go up dramatically. So if you say, I'm going to stop procrastinating, you're probably not going to succeed. If you say, I'm going to be more timely, then you're more likely to succeed. So it's the idea that setting things as negative resolutions is always not going to be a good idea. However, if you set yourself up for expecting perfection, you're also not going to win. If you change your resolution so that you say, look, I'm going to change my behavior instead of being perfect at changing your behavior, that's different. So if you said, I am going to do whatever my resolution is more often, suddenly you've changed it because you can't fail at doing it more often. And this is at the core of even basic things like the Bulletproof diet. It's not about do this, don't do that. There's kryptonite foods, really bad idea. There's suspect foods. These are foods that may make you weak, they may not make you weak. Until you've tested and eliminated them, you don't know. And then there's bulletproof foods that are very likely to increase your performance, make you feel good, lose food cravings, et cetera, et cetera. So it's a spectrum. And the idea is every meal you eat is somewhere on the spectrum. And you don't go off the Bulletproof diet, you just eat somewhere else on the roadmap. So today, you might have eaten at 5 out of 10. Tomorrow, you might eat at a 10 out of 10. And the day after that, you're gonna whack yourself over the head and eat all the kryptonite foods. You still ate something. And the thing is, if you're looking at perfection, you're not gonna get it because no one's ever quite perfect enough, because no matter how perfect you get, you could always be more perfect. Some people know more about this than others. It turns out, according to other research, that older people are a lot less likely to make resolutions. That's because we learn by failure. So if you've been around for 50, 60, 70, or 100 years, you've probably tried enough New Year's resolutions to figure out that they don't work very well, so you just quit doing it, and instead you build behavior change. So you're seeking constant improvement without expecting it, and that is sustainable. Resolutions are temporary, but goals and behavior changes don't have to be temporary. You can fail at changing without giving up on changing, and New Year's resolutions don't allow you to do that. So if you are going to go ahead after all of this and set a New Year's resolution, there is research that says specific resolutions work better than vague ones. So a resolution to be a better person probably isn't going to do that much. But if you said, I'm going to do something 7 times this month, like go to the gym, that's a resolution you probably can do, but it's not one that's going to change your life in any meaningful way. And that's the problem. Instead of the resolution, say, this year, I'm going to make a goal. And my goal is I will do more of something. I will not do too much of it. I will not do too little of it. Or my very favorite resolution, and something that I work on every single day, is I'm going to do something every day to make myself better. That's a behavior change. You don't say what it is, you don't say how big it is, but if that's your mindset, that's continuous improvement. And that's going to do more for you than any specific crazy resolution you can possibly come up with. So focus on the direction rather than perfection, and you're going to win. If you're seeing this video on YouTube for the first time, be sure to read the post I just wrote about this that has links to all the research and gives you more info about how to make a New Year's resolution that's actually going to do something for you.